guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another tips and tricks video. That's a bit of a mouthful. This actual video is going to show you how to do a drop down trick on a display case. Now display cases are quite difficult to work with when it comes to doing things like drop down glitches because you can't place anything on top. So this video actually shows a little workaround, and because it's Halloween coming up, well, coming up I should say in about 6-7 weeks, but already I'm excited. For this particular video I'm going to show you how to put a pumpkin rack into a display case. Now to get to that actual part, there's a few other little tricks that I'm going to show you that are well-known tricks that have been around for a long time. I'm not going to go into detail with them, but you'll just get an idea of these tricks as I'm doing them to get to this main trick that I'm about to show you. So let's jump into it. Okay, so first things first, we want to get 2 candles into these pumpkins on this, like this one here that I've made earlier. Now to do that, we have to do the drop down trick. So basically what I'm going to do now is get the pumpkin rack. Like so, I found this is the best rack to do this particular trick with. Place it anywhere, it doesn't matter as long as it's on solid ground. Then we're going to want to get the candles. Just there, and place them roughly, could be a bit fiddler, roughly on top of the candles that on the pumpkins that you want to drop them into. Doesn't matter, just make them rough to start with, just get them on there. Then once you place them, you can go a bit closer and position them. I've always found it's easier for the large candle to be at the back. You might need to play around with positioning a little bit, it can take a little bit of time to actually do. But you know, that's one done, and then I'll move on to the other one. Again, I'll twist it so the large candle's at the back, get them where I want them, like so. Now we want to drop them candles into them pumpkins. So to do that, we need a bit of ground like this. And you see how it all just drops in? Now that's a bit too extreme. Basically the candles will probably just drop right through it. So I know I've got a little bit of ground over here that I can do more accurate drops. Press the button and like so. Candles have gone inside the pumpkins. You can now pick it up, place it wherever you like. That's the basics of the drop down glitch. You can do it on shelves, anything that you like. It's a great trick that's been around for a long time. There's lots of tutorials on YouTube, so just go and check them out. But that's the basics of it. So for the next part, I'm going to want to do a trick that I've covered before on one of my tips and tricks videos in the past, probably 3 or 4 months ago, and it's how to put lights in display cabinets. So I'm not going to go over a tutorial for that because I've already done that, so check it out on my YouTube channel. But the basics is we'll pop the display case on a rug, we'll pop it up against the wall as close as you can get. You'll see that I've got a little power connector in the top left corner. Then get the light. I always use these lights because they're quite simple, but you can use any hanging light. Run them along the ceiling until it drops into the cabinet, and like that. Then you can just remove the cabinet and the lights have actually attached to the roof of the cabinet, so you haven't got to mess around. You don't need to keep the rug under it or anything. You can just move it wherever you like, and yeah, let's move on basically to the next part. So next part, we'll go back and grab our pumpkin rack with our lights in it, and you will see that you can actually now place this on top of the display cabinet. Now it's not actually on the display cabinet, it's actually resting on the lights inside of it, but it's gives the effect that you can put things on your display cabinet. Now you need to just put it on there roughly and then play around with it, get the lining up right. I'm not going to go into too much OCD stuff because I don't want the video to be too long, but roughly get it. You want the back part of it hanging over a little bit because it doesn't all fit in the display cabinet basically. So once you've done that, you can pick it up and we'll take it to the ground again where it drops in. Now big drop here is fine. So we'll go here. That's once. You can see it's dropped in. And you'll see that the lights also drop down. And we'll go again, because we want it to be, yeah, better than that. And you basically just, we want to do a few subtle little drops now. So just change the height a little bit. Twist it around. Yeah, like that. Okay. And I think one more, and that should hopefully have about done it. There you go. Okay. I'm quite happy with that as it is. The only problem that you'll see is you've got the pumpkins hanging out at the back. And obviously we don't want that because it looks messy, and so we'll jump to the next part and I'll show you basically how to get rid of them pumpkins at the back. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll pick up the display cabinet with all that inside. We'll move it over. Yeah, you can see there, it's sticking out the back. We don't want that. So we'll move it over to the wall. Now we want to place this against a wall. So we'll get rid of this to start with. This is the easiest way I've found to do it. Put your display, line it up pretty much with the back of the foundation. Just play around with it a little bit. I mean, you might need to do this a few times to actually get it in the right position. But once you've actually lined it up, the next thing you'll need to do is what's known as the flamethrower trick. So I'll go through, get my flamethrower, which is in the trap section, but I've got it in my obviously stored section at the minute. Just place your flamer trap down, come out of your build menu and just trigger it. You'll see that'll get destroyed. Now a little trick, easy trick, is always just pick that up and store it. That way you don't have to repair it or anything like that. Next, put your wall back in. Repair your display cabinet. That'll repair all of it. You can see they're still showing at the back a little bit there, but it's fine. What we'll do is we'll put a little bit of wallpaper on. And there we go. That's completely covered up the back section. And yeah, that's basically how to put a pumpkin rack into a display case. You can mess around with this. There's lots of different things you can do. Yeah, it's a trick that I've played a little bit with, but not too much. I mean, you can put anything inside, which I'm about to show you. I mean, this is another lights and display cabinet I've done. I'm basically going to put something else on top. Okay, just try, yeah, let's try the smoke machine. Okay, it can be a bit fiddly sometimes to get things lined up on top, because you've got to remember you're actually resting them on top of the lights. Now, I don't know if there's anything else you can put in other than lights, because you may not all want to use your light budget. So there might be other hanging items that will work exactly the same, that won't use the same amount of budget. So it'd be something you could play around with, but then again, just find the correct bit of ground and keep going. And eventually you will get to the stage where, yeah, the lights will disappear into the bottom cabinet, so you always get that bit of ambient light, which I quite like. And your item, well, can be fiddler, there you go, is in the display cabinet. Now, there's easier ways to get certain items into a display cabinet. Like smaller items, it's best just to flamer the display cabinet and put a shelf stacked with items and place that inside of it. That's not a problem. But for bigger items, or to stack two display cases together or things like that, there's never been a way to do it, because if an item's bigger than the display cabinet itself, even if you flamer the display cabinet, it won't let you place anything inside. So yeah, this is a way to hopefully get around that, and I really look forward to seeing what some of you guys actually put together if you try this trick. Like I say, the how to put lights in display cabinets is on my YouTube, so if you're struggling with that part from this video, just go and check out that video and it'll go into more depth and show some other lights that you can use. And yeah, I really look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. I'm going to have a play around with it myself and see what I can do. And yeah, looking forward to Halloween. I know it's early, but yeah, I'm a big Halloween fan. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I know this one's been quite a long one. I plan to do hopefully 2 or 3 Halloween builds this year, so look out for them on my YouTube channel. And I really do hope that you found this useful. So, and if you haven't already, please just press the subscribe button to keep up to date with all my videos that are coming out. And I will speak to you all soon. Goodbye.